Hey there, Bob. It's Greg T here from the Image Stop. Just doing a quick tutorial on for you on how to enter your do your blog entries on the new site we set up. Now, the site may not be fully active when you get by the time you get these instructions. We have switched over the information on your DNS and GoDaddy, and we just wait for propagation time. The way we've done it, it could be a little faster than normal, but standardly you're looking at 24 to 48 hours. So yeah, you can check that out. What we will do is send you the login information on how to log into the back end of your website, which is what you see right here. And once you have done the login, this is how you will do the blog entries. So here's what you do. Okay, so you come to the initial dashboard. That's what you see here. You can play with this too if you want. You can hit the dismiss button, get rid of that. Look at the screen options. You can turn off and on things that you really, don't really care to see or whatever like that. There's lots of different things you can do there for customization for yourself. I will say, don't have any fear going in the back end and checking out all the different areas here. Some people get nervous about doing so. As long as you're not clicking save and stuff like that, it just it won't do much. So let's go in here really quickly. So I'm going to go to your posts section. That's where you enter all your blogs. Okay, so I'm going to go and just look at all the posts right now. Currently, there are two in place. One is the default hello world that comes when you do a WordPress install. The other is our welcome setup post. Okay, now we created that one in particular for you so that you have the ability to go in and this is basically our templated one. So let me show you how it works. So all we need to do from this point is, so I guess once you go into the post area, you can see here that there's a button that says add new. There's also on the menu on the left-hand side, also says add new when you do the drop down for, posts or even pages and whatnot for that matter. And at the very top where you said new, you can mouse over there, new post there as well. So several different ways. Basically like most computer programs, there's a redundancy in that there's many different ways that you can do all these things just to make it work the way that you would be most comfortable with working. So in this case, I'm just going to use the add new button here, and once clicked, it will set up to start a new blog post. Here's the first stages you need to do to make sure that this blog post works for you. Okay, first step is to name it. So I'm going to put new blog post. That's going to be our title. Now, secondly, we're going to use the builder. Now, the builder is what makes this easier for you to enter all this information and have it stylized the way that the rest of the site works. Notice as soon as we do it, it opens up and says build from scratch or clone existing page. I know clone to existing page. Now, what it does it has different sections here. Interesting there. So different sections where here's the existing ones and here's the saved layouts. Now, I've created a blog template layout for you. You can use that, or you can actually go in and clone any of the ones that you've already created. Same idea. Actually, the welcome setup post is the one that we use for the blog template, so I'll show you. Let's use the template. Click that. It loads all the different areas of the blog template for you. Now, here's the back end. So I'm going to show you on the back end and front end how you can do things. So here on the on the right-hand side, you've got the page settings. What you need to do is make sure you set this at full width for the page layout, and for the post title, you want to hide it. That's just more of a visual presentation thing. It looks much nicer and cleaner that way. So we like to keep it that way for you. Now, as we go through here, I'll just kind of do a quick scroll through. Here it has the sections, so your hero or your banner bar at the top, your text, your post title, and your button. You'll see that in the front end when we show you this in a second. Then it says about us, but this is the content section that you're putting there. So here's your title and content, and then more title, and then an image. And anything you see in this bright green, the IS green, what do you know? Anything in that bright green, that is a global element, meaning if you change anything in that, it will change it across the entire website wherever that shows up. In this case, it's the footer that currently has your phone number and a contact form. Yes, we can remove that, by all means, no problem there. And we can even hide some of those things so they don't show up for now and maybe show up later, however you'd like that. But we set this up because generally speaking, you'd like in the footer to be contact information for the company so people can get a hold of you. So that's pretty much it. Once that's all set, there's two ways of you to enter this stuff, okay? What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you, I'm going to rename some things too, because this is actually going to be reset in your back end of your template too. I'm showing you this so you can rename things if you would like to make it work better for you. So I'm going to say, main banner. We'll do that there. So that's our main banner, and we'll say do not change. put it all in caps for you. Now, the reason we do that is everything under this section we want to leave the same. So we're going to do the same thing with the row. We can say this and say, do not change. I'm going to copy and paste that. And I'm going to do the same for the remainder portion here. Now this is a blurred section in the background that says that it's the blog. Okay. This here is the actual title. The title will take over whatever it is you've called your blog up here in the title section at the very top of the page. So that's what will show up there. And the button here, since we've created this to be a basic one-page site with just your blog entry stuff, we've created this so that that button, okay, leads you to or back to the home page. And I actually should put this here just so we have that there. And we'll say this here, and we'll make that the title. And we'll say this, and we'll call it blog blur, just for fun. Okay, so those are sections here. We'll say don't change it. Now these, on the other hand, right, we're going to call this by what it is. We're going to call this when your overall content section. So you know what that is. And then right here, we're going to say, we'll call this the subtitle. This one, we'll say main content 1. Oops. And down here, we'll just add here that this is the main content 2. And this is exactly it, adding your image. That's pretty much it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to publish this. So once you click the publish button, it will then add this to the front page of your website in the feed. Okay. Now once you've seen the whole thing published like this, you see it's all set, we're going to go to view post. You click that button, and bang, there you go. We have our set up all there, all set and ready for you to be able to just view that way. Or, as I said, there's a front end way too. If there's, say, some things you don't like, you want to edit, you can actually do this in a visual manner too. So right here, once we're on the actual page, at the very top, got an enable visual builder button. I'm going to click that. Now, just please understand that this is only available to people who are logged into the admin section of the back end of the site, not the average viewer. So this is only something there. So you see that blog blur? That's what that is right there. Blurs in the background. And say we want to change our titles, our subtitle here. We can go in here and say new subtitle. Now, you notice we put H2 or heading 2 on that. The reason we did that is if you happen to be, okay, in this section here, and you delete the whole thing and then type, you'll see that it doesn't show up the same. Well, that's because we've taken away the settings for that actual title. We can actually highlight that, go up to this section here, click, and make it a heading 2, and it will take the default that we have already put in there. Okay, so that's just a nice feature for you to have there. I've just undid that just for the purposes of the demonstration here. Now this section here, of course, we can take this. If we want a new picture, we can click on this. Okay, click on the gear, and it goes into the image or media library that we have available to us. These are just images and stuff that we have preset for you to be able to use if you like. So I'm going to change it to this one right now, or I could do, you see what I mean? You can change it to a whole bunch of different ones here. I'm going to pick this one. I just like the car. Now to upload one, you just simply click the upload files, select file, and you can actually go onto anywhere on your desktop, okay, or on your computer to add it, or you can drag and drop onto this section. So you know, pretty easy to add and change different things here. And once you click that check mark, it is there. Now to complete everything, once you're all done, okay, you scroll down and you just check, make sure everything's all good. This is that global section I was telling you about. So if your phone number changes, you can click that gear and go in and change your phone number. At this point, okay, it's not linkable. So I'll show you how to do that. I'm going to click the link. It is going to be a telephone link. There we go. Now that is now going to be a link. Now it turns red in that case. We don't necessarily want that. So let's change that back to white. There we go. There. So I changed it on every page in the site. So here we go. We click the purple button at the bottom. Click to save over at the right hand side. And just like that, your site or your blog has been updated. Click the exit visual builder. And we're all set once that is all done. So that's it. Now, if I go back to the home page, what we're going to see is that feed showing up right there. There's your new blog post. Now, yes, we can change this and adding images and stuff to these things. I can show you how, if that's the case you want to do it. This is a very basic one to start with. Right now, we have this feed set up to show 3 different posts, okay? They're 3 different posts. So since we have these ones on the go, I'm going to go back to the dashboard. Once you actually have some posts set, I would recommend you go to the post section here in the back end. Go here and just simply mouse over and trash each one of these, because these are nothing more than filler ones. And that's all. So if you've got any questions, let me know, man. Take care, and hope this works for you.